Let me ask you something. Do you remember sitting down and playing The Legend of Zelda on your Nintendo, figuring things out without the internet, just exploring and having fun? Well, what if I told you that you can still play that exact same game today, right on your phone or tablet? And no, you don't need to be tech savvy to do it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything step by step, and I promise, if you just take your time, you can do this. This video is especially for you if you didn't grow up with today's technology. You sometimes feel a little overwhelmed by apps and downloads, or you just miss your old games and want to play them again. I'm going to keep this simple, slow, and easy to follow. Before we get started, here's all you need: an iPhone or an iPad, an internet connection, and about 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. On your iPhone or iPad, go to the App Store, and once there, search for Delta Emulator. It should show up in the menu. Tap on it, and you should see it there. Since I already have it downloaded on another device, I just have the cloud, but I'm going to download it here. And that's all you need to do to get the app. Then you can open it. But you'll notice when you open it, there are no games. Now, let's go out and get some games. Now, this next part might sound a little unfamiliar, but stick with me. To play these old games, you need something called a ROM. That's just a file that contains the game. Think of it like this. Back in the day, the game lived inside the cartridge. Now it lives inside a file. There are two ways to get ROM files. The first way involved more steps than I was willing to take. It involved downloading a decompression tool, extracting files, and a few more steps. It was too much for my brain, and it just glazed over. That's when I decided the second way was more up my alley. The second way is to find a reputable provider that has the ROM files for the games you want. With a quick internet search, you can find the names of several reputable providers. I checked out a bunch of reviews of the providers I found online. The provider I settled on was romspedia.com. However, please do your own research and avoid downloading from any site that seems shady. Additionally, to keep everything legal and legit, only download games that you already own. One thing I have to warn you about is pop-up ads on these sites. I use the Brave browser because it has an ad blocker, so I don't get distracting and confusing ads. With Chrome, on the other hand, you might get assaulted with confusing ads. Make sure you're clicking on the correct button. So now that we're on Romspedia, I'm going to type in The Legend of Zelda. I don't type very fast on an iPhone, so bear with me. Okay, so now that that's there, and look at how many Zelda games there are. My gosh, I didn't realize there were that many, mainly because I stuck with the original. So here's The Legend of Zelda, the original that I want for the NES system. And now I'm going to download it. The biggest issue I had was locating the file after I downloaded it. I'm not too familiar with the file structure on my phone, but I did find the file, and once I found it, everything was good. Next, I opened the emulator and searched my files, found the downloaded file, and once I tapped on it, Bob was my uncle. The game played just like it did in the old days. If you want to make the experience even better, you can connect a wireless controller, or you can play on a larger tablet screen, or even connect your device to your TV. But honestly, you don't need any of that to enjoy the game. Personally, while I find Zelda to be a lot of fun to play, my favorite is Solomon's Key. I play it while I'm sitting in the waiting room, waiting for my car to get its oil change. It beats doom scrolling. I'd be interested to hear which of the old school games is your favorite and whether you've downloaded it to your device. I do have to warn you though, the finger dexterity it took to master the Nintendo controller many years ago is very different from the dances your fingers have to do on the smart device screen. I've got a lot of practicing to do. Oh, and one more thing. If you're going to attach a keyboard or a controller to an iPad, make sure you go into the app and click on Settings and tell the app what you're going to be using as your controller. I found this out the hard way because I did not know that Settings was available and couldn't figure out how to control the game. So, I figured I should let you know this before you go through the same frustration that I went through.